biscuit. Sorry. Transfer the chickens. Aloha, Aloha. Welcome back to my channel. We're doing a mukbang. We just left the Honolulu Ford car dealership. We needed to get the key for this car fixed, so we just left there. So today I thought we'd do a mukbang since we're eating and we wanted to drive and park somewhere and just spend time together. So why not film it? So if you want to watch us eat and get in on this mukbang with this me'ai, it'll be fun. Stick around. What's going on? So if you're interested in watching us eat and stuff our faces with some good old Popeyes, then keep on watching. Okay, now we can go. We're at the, what is this place called, babe? It's just where you can park. It's at the end of the Lagoon Drive, if you've ever been here, if you're familiar with Honolulu. And people park here and watch planes take off. So we went to Popeyes. We got some mashed potato, rice and beans. This is the corn slaw.
Corn slaw.
Corn slaw. Corn slaw?
Corn slaw. Corn slaw?
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Corn, is it corn? Coleslaw.
Cole.
And we got some corn in the
Heavy.
cup. Got some sweet tea, some Sprite. Let's open up the big box. Ooh, oh, there's biscuits in there too. So we got one for me and then one for Kane. We both know that one wouldn't be enough. Coleslaw. Pule yʻall no kikino. Pule. Yʻall no kikino. I ka maʻona o ka opu. I maʻona no ka opu. I ke aloha o ka makua. E pū pa'akai mākou me ka mahalo ua loa'a no ho'i mākou I ka ai a me ke aloha. Amere! Yum, yum, yum. Let's do some ASMR. No ASMR?
No, I don't like that sound.
Okay.
I like the crunch sound, but... Oh, gosh. Did we ever pick up that poke that was under the seat?
Oh gosh, I don't think so. There's not a monetary, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no. So we went to the dealership today because of this key. So the key that he has for the car,
It folds in and out. So throughout the year with it, keep on flipping in and out. It gets loose out of its socket. It ends up just falling out.
so the hybrid cars, I guess, or the type of car that this is, it requires that type of key where it flips and then you stick it in, twist it, and then it's like one of those automatic, not automatic, but it's just one of those cars. It's just one of those cars that you feel it shuts off completely because it just dies, but it's still running. I think the very first date that he took me on, the car did that and it just shut off, and I thought, holy crap, what the heck? We were at a stoplight and I thought, are we like stuck because your car just shut off? He goes, no, that's just how the car is. It's the hybrid and all that kind of stuff. So with the kind of car that it is, it requires this type of flip open key. It's just what he showed you, and this is his fourth key that he's had for this car. His fourth key. And he said that he hasn't been doing anything but just opening it and closing, and that's all that he's been doing, and that's why it's been breaking so much so often. That's what we had to go into Honolulu Ford for, was to get another key, which by the way it costs about $200. These electric cars, I tell you. So we go there.
Yeah, when I was on the phone with the guy, he sounded kind of rude. And then when we get there, I see the guy, and it's a haole guy. He was kind of rude. He asked me,
Kinda cocky.
like, oh, what are you doing to the key? Or, you know, if you ever ask me if I ever heard of something happening like this, I would tell you I never heard anything happening like this before, and it happened to you 4 times. So I don't know what's going on. And I looked at him with a face like, so what? He said, okay, well, we got the key and it's connected to your car. And he said, you can go wait by the white trailer. So we go. We see the white trailer, and then next to the white trailer is a white tent. We figure the waiting area is under the white tent. Then there's a couple salesmen sitting down. Before we enter the white tent, one of the salesmen sees us. He greets us and he said, oh, how do you guys like your drink? Cold or warm? Just kind of a stupid question. Of course we would want a cold drink. And then he laughs.
Which just tells me that he was just being cocky. He was just being kind of dumb. I don't know.
I don't know if she was thinking, but me expecting he was gonna go get us a drink.
I wasn't, because I didn't know if he was talking to us or not. There were a few other salesmen that were sitting there, so I thought that he was talking to one of them. And when he greeted us, he didn't even face us. I mean, he had his feet on a chair in front of him and just kind of greeted us and turned and then faced forward as we were walking behind him to go sit down. So I didn't know who he was talking to. But when I heard him say that, I told him if I would have known that he was talking to us, I would have replied back to him, what you think? You think I want a warm drink on a hot day here in Hawaii, honestly?
So we're sitting there. Eventually all the salesmen leave.
He's still sitting there.
And this other guy comes, waits under the white tent too, and then the salesman that asked us if we want water goes and talks to this other guy that's waiting. And then what does he ask the guy? Oh, do you want some water? And the guy said, oh no, I got some, it's fine. We look at each other. You asked us this almost an hour ago if we wanted water. You still didn't get us our water. First the parts guy was rude when we first pull up, and then the salesman guy was rude. They're both cocky. And then this other guy comes to us. I don't know, we didn't even ready to talk. He just gave us our papers. He said the car is ready.
He seemed nicer than the other two guys.
We got our paper. We go inside the trailer. Little do we know that inside the trailer is a waiting area. We could have been sitting in the trailer in air condition where there's a fridge that says water bottles. And none of the salesmen care to even tell us if we want to. It's an option that we can go wait inside instead of waiting outside in the heat with no water. When we could have been waiting inside in the AC with free water. So we go inside.
Cold water.
Cold water. Paid for the key.
Got out of there.
Got some food.
Even when we were driving out, there were salesmen there sitting at the exit and entrance. And nobody...
No one says bye, thank you. No, they just eye you out.
So that was our afternoon / morning. And I was even more on edge because I hadn't eaten. And when I don't eat, it's just not a good time.
When we don't eat.
Well, more so me. You can go on happy and about your day, not eating for hours. But I just can't. They didn't give us honey and butter for our biscuits.
Still tastes good.
You tried it? Is there butter on it already?
No.
Looks light. No, it looks light. Looks like there's a light layer of it. Yeah. And then last night I'm getting him into Game of Thrones. So that's what I think I want to do when we go home. We started all over again. So we're starting from season 1, obviously. He's never watched it at all. Have you ever even seen the trailer?
Trailer now.
How do you like it so far?
I like it.
It's gory. I mean, he likes the fighting, you know. That's the plane I took to Maui. The smaller jet.
The big ones go to Big Island, yeah. No, the
No,
big
those
ones
go to big.
yeah.
The big ones go to the mainland. Those ones go Inner Island. It's funny because characters who eventually die later on in the series are alive right now, obviously, because everyone's still living, and it's so cool to see everything come full circle from the very beginning. Knowing later on in the future what happens to them, it's kind of, oh my gosh, everything's piecing together. So we're still on season 1, episode 1. I'm really trying to take my time so that I can understand and remember where characters are and what their names are and how, you know, their origins and all that kind of stuff. Delicious. Delicious. Is that guy just sitting in his car on his phone? People park here too because there's a pilot school. So that's
a pilot school?
Oh, right there. Where George's Aviation used to be. This whole Lagoon Drive, I think there's a couple of pilot schools. You know what's crazy? I can't eat a lot of fried chicken. I don't know what it is. I love the crunch, but if I don't have like some type of starch, I can't do it. I can't handle the taste of too much of that crunch.
There's just too much oil.
Maybe, but I love it. I'll eat as much as I can. Are you, Paul? Did I tell you that Norvina follows me on Twitter? I don't know at what point this video will go up. At the moment, Norvina is on the hunt for 600 new additions to her PR list. The original was 1,000, but she added 400, so she's out for 600 more. So right now, I mean, Twitter is going crazy. Instagram, yeah, but she's on Twitter more updating us and all that kind of stuff because, I don't know, Twitter is just more of a space where she can type and she can give messages as opposed to Instagram where she can only, you know, go on Insta stories. Twitter is that kind where you can type instantly. You know, you don't have to look at a picture or find a post. You don't have to find a picture or a post to read. You can just type what you want. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Twitter is going off because everyone is trying to get noticed by her. And so she'll say, today I'm looking for whatever. And now she's kind of opening up for people of color. So she wants people of color to be added to her PR. So it's just going crazy. Everyone's just posting their work. She's recognizing them and all that kind of stuff. Anastasia's following people. Obviously, I'd like to be recognized by her as well. The problem is, when I think about artists like big time artists right now who are already recognized by honestly, you know, they've already made their name known in the industry. They never really had the opportunity to put their work out there and just constantly not bombard, but just constantly flood these industries, these makeup empires with their work. Because it wasn't a thing back then to be recognized by these makeup empires for makeup, you know, for cosmetics. They just did it and they were recognized in time, over time, for their own work. My thing is, I've loved makeup for years. I've loved it since I was in elementary school, middle school. I really started to have a deep passion for it in middle school, but I never committed to it because, you know, it just wasn't a thing. It wasn't realistic. So now that it's becoming a thing, and it is a thing, it's a huge thing. I mean, this empire is nuts. I'm trying to get my feet in the water. Now, there are so many artists out there who are far more experienced than I am, who have committed far more time to it than I have, because I've just been in a battle with Instagram trying to figure out if this is what I want to do, if this is really what I'm destined to do, if this is something that I'm really at a crossroads with it right now, because I was really at battle with it in the beginning because I didn't really know if this was for me, and now I do believe that it is for me because I've gotten the ball rolling. So of course I want to be recognized by Norvina and I want to be on the Anastasia Beverly Hills PR list. I just don't think I've committed that much time to it that I'm deserving to be on the list, as opposed to other accounts that I see that are consistent, that have been been consistent, that have posted work, that have honed in their craft for cosmetics and makeup. There's still so many artists out there left to be recognized, and so sometimes I just think it might not be my time yet because I'm still kind of getting the ball rolling, getting my work posted on Instagram and all that kind of stuff, as opposed to other artists who are posting looks every single day. I mean, it's almost like it's a portfolio of their makeup looks on their IG, and it's consistent and it's amazing. And so I admire and recognize and honor those people who have been consistent for years to be on that list, because like what she posted today, it's a $5,300 kit that they send out to these individuals that they put on her list. That's insane. I mean, I can't even go into Sephora and afford a $43 palette that they just released, let alone have a whole stinking kit sent to you worth over $6,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nevertheless, I'm still trying to get myself out there. You know, I'm still tagging my pictures on her Twitter feed and tagging brands and all that kind of stuff. At the same time, I'm not gonna stop putting myself out there, but I'm also going to be content in believing that if it's not my time, then it's not my time. I know I still have so much more to prove. Some of these smaller makeup accounts just started, 500 followers and maybe 100 something posts. Norvina and Anastasia Beverly Hills follows them, and she's sending them stuff. But if you look at their feed, you know, it's very consistent with their theme and their makeup, and a lot of them do artistry, editorial type of makeup, which is not my field. I mean, I want to, and I want to try and, you know, get my feet wet in editorial makeup, but I'm just kind of, my audience is targeted more to my working moms and individuals who have children and who have full-time jobs and what's realistic for them. There's so many editorials accounts out there. I am one. I do not have the space or the equipment or the time to do editorial looks. I mean, I just want to target the mothers out there who do follow me and that I know are following me, that's possible for them to do. Maybe a mom that's following me has 4 kids and she doesn't have time to be doing no 3-colored UV light cut crease. All she has time for is one swipe on her eyelids, and that's all. So what is that one thing that she buys from the drugstore or Sephora that is the one swipe on her eyelid? That's all she has time for. She doesn't have time for false lashes, lower lash line blowout, color, blush, contour, foundation, all that. No. All she has time for is one thing to put on her face. So what is that one thing that I would recommend to her to purchase that'll make her feel beautiful, but at the same time cut down on time and give her more freedom to do what else that she needs to do? With all of the talent out there, people drawing on their faces, painting on their faces, there's so many. I'm coming to a point where I am okay with me not being one of those, because right now those are the accounts that are getting all of the recognition. That's just not realistic for the audience that I know that follows me. They love it, but can they do it? Because the whole point is being able for my audience to do what I do with what I purchase, and to give them my stamp of approval saying, if this is the one thing that you could buy from the drugstore, you'll be okay. I'll still follow Norvina and other brands and tag and all that kind of stuff, but hey, if she doesn't recognize me, she does follow me on Twitter. But if she doesn't recognize me right now, does that mean I'm gonna give up? No, because that's not the whole point of me doing all of this. It's because I genuinely love what I do and what I'm doing. Obviously, I would love to be on the list, but like any other influencer that's on it, they've only gotten on it with commitment and consistency. So if I have to do that for another year, then I gotta do that for another year, and it's fine. Thank you, Jesus, is all I'm gonna say, because I'm tired. Are these all one scoop left for me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, nalala mahalo nui ke Kuheana o kākou e ka ohana. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and this little mukbang with me and my kāne, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry, I was looking at the UPS plane just landing. But if you did enjoy this little mukbang with my kāne, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go leave a little aloha down in the comments. And until then, we will see you in the next video. Mahalo nui. We